Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And this place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. So it's down to business here.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costa Curta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them, and his tactical versatility means a centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding...
And Messi! Superb goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was.
That's clever.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Can he finish? He scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Greece clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
Oh, let's be honest.
They're level in a trice.
Well, going behind mind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And that really is so impressive.
Antony brawy. Vamos, guys.
Santos grabbed the equaliser and we're all square.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Neatly clipped into space. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Greece really could have done without this. This to complete the turnaround. And they've turned it round. Not a twitch, not a blink.
It reached its target, but it was almost stopped from maybe good goalkeeping homework.
And yes, it's him again. Santos take the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there. And the shot! It's in!
Zygma.
A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character. Just the sort of forward pass he's been looking for. Very telling.
So all square and not for the first time.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Nice interception, well timed. Tomiyasu gets rid without sophistication. Passing is crisp and sharp. Pleasingly open affair so far. Goals wherever you look. And it's Zico. Foot in. Aims beyond the defence. Thuram clears it away. Not the most accurate pass. Roberto Carlos. That's a fabulous ball. And the shot! It's
File that.
taken goal. Oh, flags up, so that won't count.
Well, obviously some sections of the crowd would disagree, but that was the right decision, albeit a late one.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Rummenigge. Roberto Carlos. Vieira. And that's been won straight back. That has ended up in no man's land. And he thumps it clear. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Zico. That is good alertness. Rummenigge is offering some sort of an apology there. And pull it! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Shapes to shoot! And now a sudden chance to counter. Well, played right into his path. Hits one! Zico. He's tried one! That has been knocked clear. Pull it. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Greece have the chance to go the other way. Speculative strike. Goal! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Greece go into the lead.
Yeah, for me, this team seems to find it easier to attack than defend, but now they're going to need to dig in at the back a bit.
Maldini cuts it out. And it's Hullet. Neymar. Neymar! Great build-up. It all deserves...
Μοιάζει ανασύλλε μετά.
Oh, it was such a clever pass that flummoxed the defence, and it could well be
Σε
revisited.
κολλετάμω.
It's their second corner of the game. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Hullet. Shifted upfield. Roberto Carlos. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Greece come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So there was the first half.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking
Not
of
yet.
the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
So what a half. So many talking points, so many goals, so much drama. It's 3-2. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Και δέρνει.
Cleared without complication. Zico. Seedorf demonstrating his defensive quality there. Greece come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Santos needed that. They really needed it.
Oh, super tackle.
See
They
that.
were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Well, that looks a decent ball. And claimed it back swiftly. And it's Hullet. Chip through. That's beautifully weighted.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That's a nicely measured pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Robert, now the finish!
No.
Split-second reaction.
Well, someone's doing his job
Okay,
properly,
continue.
Peter, that's for sure.
Santos have their third corner. Tries to get it clear.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Works it forward. Rummenigge. He could be Rummenigge!
Πώς βγαίνει να πω.
It's wide, but
Δεν
only
ξέρω τι
just.
είναι.
Oh, how close was that to going in? It only required the smallest of tweaks.
Efootball. Amen.
Substitution for Greece. Number
Both sides
24.
then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 15. Neymar.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players are dropped.
Loose now, and they want to get it back.
Targets.
Greece perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution.
Number 20. Pirlo.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Well,
He got rid because he was under pressure. Santos showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Caught offside that time.
Offside.
And it's Hullet. Pirlo. Hullet. That he's had a shot.
Pardon.
It's
Deba. Deba.
two to the good. They have breathing space.
No.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
Well, that has
Mi
changed the
palle.
dynamic somewhat.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
Well timed, excellent interception. Messi has
Good
given
one,
away a
Ben.
free kick.
Mi palle.
That has been cut short. Hullet. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Roberto Carlos. Zico. Now, what about a counter-attack? He's through here. Well, he's seen that early.
Ush.
Used a certain
Volat
sixth
for them.
sense. Oh, Red, nice interception. Just a quarter of an hour to play.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, it's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Hey.
Neymar has a look. Decent hit!
Set.
And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put
But
this
MSU.
game to bed.
Usmane Dembele.
Substitution for Greece.
Corner number 2 then.
Van Dijk. Coming on the field
Good.
is
Maldini getting this one clear.
Daniel Van
Big
Dijk.
chance!
Substitution in
Davids
progress.
finds himself offside.
Adesso tutti. Salame ya.
Santos have reclaimed it. Ronaldinho. Messi. Great chance! Oh, taken with style. Back within one. They have them in their sights again. Not a defender in sight. He had all the time in the world.
Yeah, I really can't say enough as to how good the final ball was. It took the defence out of the equation for that split moment, and the damage was all done.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that favor. Has a goal! And he hits the net. We thought it was over. It's all square once more.
Look, there just wasn't much of a gap to begin with, and to find it, I think it was a fine drive, and I don't think the keeper could have really planned for that. I think he's a bit unlucky in that instance.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is
Martinelli!
Malaka.
Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Martinelli is offering a wry smile there.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
That has been knocked clear.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity, Peter, for a late steal here.
Messi. That's a decent clearance. Zico. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. He could be in here. He has found the... And Messi! Oh, it's come loose. Bergomi does well to stand firm and defend it. Messi.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Plenty to aim at here. Thuram clears. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect.
GG, bro. Son Goku. Σαλάμι αέρος. Ποιος είσαι, ρε μαλάκας?
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot. Without a doubt, it is the week's most eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective. Oh, this looks sharp.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Zico demonstrating his defensive quality there.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Very nicely done. And he's managed to get free. Van Dijk defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
And that has been clubbed away and claimed it back swiftly. He has found a way through. There's the hit! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Cleared without complication. Now it's from Mario. Well, that's well spotted. Now it's Zico. Aimed beyond the defence. Nesta promptly onto that, and that is that. Quarter of an hour played. Neymar. Oh, shooting chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
He gets big. And one more try.
Ah, fora che era Jetty.
And it's Greece who take the lead. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Greece have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And here's Neymar. Neymar showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Neymar. Zico in acres of space out wide. And the shot! It's there! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again.
Greece clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
So that's two now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Neymar. That has been cut short. Now that looks a decent ball.
Greece couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Neymar. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Van Basten.
Such good technique.
And he's running through. Well, what's he giving here? The referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Tomiyasu has been shown a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score. Obviously, he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Oh, the keeper, for me, just made that look an awful lot easier than it actually was. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Greece are looking to go forward now. Maldini kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Zico gets a good foot in there. Couldn't squeeze it through. And this is Hullet. Oh, good stop. Has a shot.
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
Nesta does really well to win the ball there. Now it's Van Basten. It's Van Basten! He's done very well to get to that.
Van Basten is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. And that should get the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Just eases him off the ball. Yeah, he's fouled him there. The Referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Tomiyasu with the clearance. Pull it. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Can he get it through? Quality ball. Referee has just said play on.
E l'amore.
Fouled there. Neymar, and he was quick to react. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Greece are 2 up and everything is shaping nicely. The only criticism, it should have been 3.
Greece are heading into the break very happy with how it's gone so far.
Substitution for Greece. Number 5, Tomiyasu. Coming on the field is number 10.
Here's the start of the second half.
Substitution.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Bullets! They are rampant! And the lead is extended still further. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Bullet demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had...
Southgate.
So the wait is over, we can finally get going. Welcome to everybody who has joined us for this unmissable game. Hugely anticipated, hugely hyped. Undoubtedly the place to be at this moment in time. So the orchestra tunes, the patrons take their seats. The curtain is about to rise at the Theatre of Dreams once more. He's got the shot away! He's delivered all right!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So the game's first significant moment, and oh, shooting chance! Danger averted for now. Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Oh, what has happened here?
La referee troppo.
It's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Real pressure penalty, this. A formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
You know, he would have been embarrassed had the keeper held his position then.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Well, that's well seen too. Yeah. Caceres kept his eye on it, and he's there. Yeah. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Rummenigge really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, well played. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe. Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, no circumventing this opponent. Can he spark a counter here? Rummenigge. Tomiyasu wins the duel this time. Nicely spread. Played back in. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Yeah. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Messi. He's picked his way through. Thuram with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. That's a sharp pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Rummenigge. Messi. Mbappe. He's onside. Hullet unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he's there to make the challenge. Bergkamp. And it's Vieira. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Rummenigge really was well marshalled there because he was That's just playing it safe and simple.
Out to the right, and here's Messi. Hullet. Big chance! Rummenigge. Hullet. That is good alertness. Well, played right into his path. Vieira. Messi. Yaya Toure. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. He won't be happy with that one. Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
No, that was never going to make it. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Eto. Zico. Pull it. Messi. And Messi! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Gol.
Messi just denied by a lick of paint. We're talking centimetres.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. No, he's not getting past him there. Now it's Mbappe. Bergobi. Pull it. Now it's Eto. Oh, he's bustling through here. There's the hit! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Bullet is offering a wry smile there.
And we have our very first corner.
There will be 1 minute added
Vieira
time.
with the clearance. Great position here. Can he finish?
Well, he certainly...
Referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each. So in they come for the break with nothing to separate them. The
And
score
now, to
1-1.
all members of the crowd, I'd like to ask you to join me in wishing our birthday boy a
Second
very
period then
special
underway.
birthday.
No changes at the interval from either side. Rummenigge. Vieira. Vieira. And they're quick to get it back. Thuram. That's Vieira. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Ah, quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Vieira. And it's Hullet. And here's Messi. Zico. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, nicely intercepted. Hullet pinches it off him. Thuram. Hullet.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
That's a nicely measured pass. Eto.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Zico. And he was quick to react. And he cuts out the supply. Vieira. That's played into space.
The attendance for this match
So we've reached the hour mark.
70,987.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he's managed to get free. Couldn't quite squeeze that one through. That's going to go a long way. Zico. And it's Hullet. Hullet. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really
Yeah,
well and
lad.
stopped it.
Well, that's beautifully weighted. Tomiyasu makes the interception. Vieira. Hullet. Chance! Oh, taken with style. And the game is well and truly turned on its head. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Eto really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
substitution on the field. Number 11, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. This looks very much like a shoring off of the rear guard.
Yeah, and that's not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his defence needed reinforcement. He can't afford a repeat.
Taking place.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Little doubt, that is a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Has a goal! Sticks it away! And with that goal comes comfort.
Well, when the game's played like that, it's made to look very simple. You know, I love watching football like this. Easy, effective, 1-2 and bang. Thanks very much.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, he's been the outstanding player on the pitch and devastating in front of the goal. What a display. What a player.
So the lead now is 2.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Vieri. Bale. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Hullet.
Such good technique.
And here's Vieri.
This is what good chemistry is all about.
It's their second corner of the game. In with a header! And that would have been game, set and match.
Oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
He's gone forward. Passes short and sharp. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Vieri! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 3 coming up. And that's not going to trouble anybody. And now they can spring out of defence. Gently done. Corner given. So their 4th corner of the game. He's trying his best to gets the shot away. And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Valverde. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Messi. And it's Eto. He's played him through. Oh, the shot, now the finish! Yes! And they are pulling clear here.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
So now the difference is 3. It's Vieri! Forwards and with intent. And that is that. Greece can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start.